Hey guys, so I was thinking about, I wanted to do a video on this Christmas experience and how I deal with Christmas as a creator God. And I actually had this topic. I've been meaning to have this video before Christmas. And because I do a few videos at a time. Um, it ran through this week without having it before the actual Christmas day. And then this morning I woke up and I saw someone ask a question. They were saying, "How do I deal with Christmas?" That they find it very hard to escape this holiday. And so I'm Simone. I'm the Zen Mommy. I help people with 5D Ascension, Creator God Awakening, and I am thankful to be here to share my journey. And so, obviously, I have not escaped the holiday either. Okay, you look. I consider it. I went through a journey with the whole Christmas thing. You know, I was in a cult where we couldn't celebrate it for a long time, and towards the end, I did sneak and celebrate it just to have an experience, just to have an experience for my daughter. And by the time I had my awakening, um, I had my spiritual awakening, and I started to see, that what Christmas was about, and it was a lot of negatives in it. And the negatives are, the commercialism, the stress, the feeling like um, trying to go into the stores, trying to shop at the last minute, nothing being available, it being too crowded, people being in attitudes, fighting over the last of products. Um, let's see. Um, Also, you begin to see that the way they market Christmas, the way they use it, it's just basically a holiday to just pump more money out of you. A lot of businesses use this holiday, at the end of the year to just get a lot of money out of people. It gets the government out of the red every year, and so I became aware of the negatives of this holiday, and I started to feel like they're using us. That they take this little holiday, they make it seem like they're interested in us feeling good when it has nothing to do with that. And then as a God celebrating it, you, when you see, I let go of all religious belief systems, and when it comes to holidays, this holiday, Christmas, is definitely a religious belief system that's with a particular religion in particular. And so, how we handle it in our home, um, so it's hard to escape it. And the reason why it's hard to escape, if you have children, if you don't have children, it's easier. You can be like, I'm good. I'm not going to decorate. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to order some takeout. And it's easy. But when you have kids, they're influenced by everything they watch. Like, it comes on every show. Let's say they watching Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig going to have a Christmas episode. Or if they're watching one of these kid YouTube channels, they all start filtering in all this Christmas stuff around this time. And so it's just like there's a whole system working against us to keep us trapped in this holiday. And so what we do is we consider this, we don't consider it like Christmas, like, oh, Santa's coming, blah blah blah. So we look at it from this point of view. Our child looks at it and loves it. It puts the kids in a high vibration. If you utilize it right, you can use the positives in Christmas. And so we call it our solstice celebration. And a part of our solstice celebration is we do an art project together as a family, and we decorate this tree. And so that's our tree. Okay, isn't it beautiful? Okay, and so we decorate this tree as a family. It's a little event to put our family together, be in a high vibration. This year, my husband and I decided to not get any gifts for anyone but our son. We, we understand like what Christmas will do. Like they get you so involved, they have you spending thousands of dollars. And then you start to feel like I gotta get everybody a gift. I gotta get all my relatives a gift. I gotta bring my co-workers a gift. It's just like that part of the holiday that puts all this stress and anxiety in it. It sucks, right? And so we had to let go of that part. We did a homemade gift for each other, me and my husband, and we painted each other a painting, and and the good thing about it is the positives is what I focus on. So this is a co-creative experience. Hold on. Okay. The positives of this co-create. So basically we're co-creating this. So there's no way to get out of this co-creation. So what I say is look at it for what it is and try to focus on what's positive and don't let the negative things bring you down. And so the positive thing is that day of the year the energy is completely relaxed. That is some special energy. Every business operation is closed. Most cars are not really running on Christmas unless they're going somewhere, but there's less smog in the atmosphere. People are finally, who probably worked every day and were busy, finally took a day off to spend time with family. Christmas is a ritual. This co-creation is a ritual that everybody sets the intention to be happy, to feel good, and they actually go around saying Merry Christmas. People are in a better, a lot of people, people are in a better, I guess they're in a better mood around this time of year, especially if you catch them right after their vacation from work start. So I look at the positive of that energy. It's a good energy to just sit there and enjoy and absorb those frequencies of everybody feeling relaxed. It's one of the reasons why getting up early in the morning, just before everyone's out and hustling, bustling, going to work to meditate is the best time because you can tap into the energy of the relaxed environment. And so that positive, so we focus on that. We focus on, okay, this day, it is, even though we're not celebrating Christmas, per se, like everyone is, this is a day we're gonna partake in. Let's get home. Let's enjoy. Let's acknowledge that this is a peaceful day, and the energy is just right. And we get our son gifts, which raises his vibration, which raises our vibration to see him happy. We spend time. We play with him. So we haven't been able to escape it, but we look at the positives of it. We're our son is aware that there's Santa is not real. I used to think it was cruel not to tell kids like that, but the truth is I'm raising a conscious kid. We've been lied to all our lives before our awakening, and it may seem cruel, but the thing is he's still happy. He knows that the Santa Claus is really the parents that's getting him this wonderful gifts, and it doesn't matter where the gifts come from. He's just happy to have them. And so I look at it that way. There was a part of me I had some years where I was so angry with Christmas when I started seeing that this was like, it's like it's a trap. Months before, you think they care about your happiness. No, they're looking at dollar signs. They want to bring all this stuff in. And it's just the fact that everybody goes crazy. They fight over stuff in the store. There's like the negatives and the positives. So, last year I believe I cooked, but this year we decided to order takeout. And I was just like, I just want to relax. I don't want to cook. We decided not to go anywhere. Now that part is hard, because if you have family members inviting you, like, I want you to come, I want you. It's so important to people who are not on this journey, who are not, on the same journey. I feel like for me, okay, on this journey, it's hard because it's so important to other people that I might, family or people I might be connected to, and they'll be like, come over for Christmas, and and I had to see. The thing is, it every year Christmas can get you in $1,000 of debt, and so I'm not allowing that. I used to be at the point where I got to get everybody, all my coworkers gifts, all my friends gifts, all the family members I'm close to gifts, and by the time you get done, you're broke. You're going into the new year. You probably put yourself in debt, and we have some goals, and I didn't, and we didn't do that. We just didn't attach to that. Um, I love that whole process of sharing. I think it's really beautiful coming together, exchanging gifts. I think as a God, we should just take the positives of this. We need to accept that this is we're in a reality where we're co-creating. Okay, and this is one of those experiences we cannot escape. You can either not celebrate it, make the best of it, and so we have chosen to make the best of it. And I chose, and I decorated a pretty tree. No, it's not a traditional tree. It doesn't have like little Santa Clauses and stuff like that. It's like this. I don't know what this color is, pink mauve or light purple and silver. It was just, it's just the art. It's a piece of art. That's what I really look at it. And I got this color pretty much, and pretty much when I bought these, that time of the year. I think it was during 2020 when they didn't have a lot of everything, and everything was sold out, and this is the only color nobody wanted. And this happens to be one of my favorite colors, so it was perfect for me. And so I look at it like that. I just don't acknowledge the religious part of it because I don't believe any of that stuff. I just don't. And as a lot of people here, they like to believe the lies because you know what? Before you go through your awakening to consciousness, awakening to truth, before you go through that, you just kind of tossed by every, wind of doctrine. and so, um, and so you feel like pulled to do these things, but you become conscious, and now you have the decision. I don't have to do this if I don't want to. Okay, just because everybody else is doing it, I don't have to do it. If you have family and you have these family connections, I can understand you feel obligated. And if you have children, I completely understand. Like the thought of like not doing it and thinking about my kid missing out, it just kind of makes me kind of sad because I know it makes him so happy. So why not, do something that brings a high vibration into your household? I I would just try not to focus on the negatives. If the energy of people stress you out, if you're an empath and you don't want to go to the grocery stores, don't go. You can order delivery. Like now they have so many delivery services, or you can just order takeout. So we ordered takeout. We catered takeout. We ordered the day before because of course everything is closed. We reheated it, and so that's what we did. And I felt like I had a low maintenance, low stress holiday. Stayed in the house, didn't have to cook. We ate Thai food. We got our son gifts, and we get so much joy out of watching him open the gifts. So it's really not a big deal. And so that's how I handle it as a creator God. I look at the beauty in it, the energy, the relaxed energy and the better mood, and I try to focus on that. And I try not to focus too much. Like after I bought my ornaments and stuff, I packed them up. I'm not gonna have them trying to push me to buy new stuff every year. um, and it was really helpful how much money we saved by just keeping the same stuff and not stressing out about all of this holiday food or packing up to go to someone's house for the day. And a lot of times, you go to a family member, depending on the family member you go to, you know, your good vibration you had for the day could go really bad. I have some relatives that when every time the holidays come around, it's always an argument. It's always an argument. An argument be over chitlins. Anyways, I don't eat that. I'm a herbivore, but yeah, and so when I saw that, I spent time with this. I saw these, how they would get. It always ended in an argument, and it was crazy. And it was. I remember I stayed with a family member some years ago, and I literally just locked myself in the room, in the room, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. And I don't remember exactly what all I did, but I locked myself in the room, and I just kind of enjoyed my own time, alone at that time. And so yeah, so that's all I have to say. It is hard to escape. Just look at it from, just try to focus on the positive and don't stress yourself out. If you don't have the money to get a bunch of gifts, you don't have to get a bunch of gifts. If you have a child and you feel, I completely understand, but you don't have to go overboard and get your child a million things. Children are happy. My son is happy just to get gifts. We told him that, last year we got him a lot of stuff, but we told him, like, this year, we told him this year we're not going to be doing a lot this year. We're, as a goal, we're trying to manifest something together as a family. And it requires us to put money aside, what we're trying to manifest. And my son, he knows about it. He's on board because this is something we want together. And and he didn't care that he didn't get as many presents. He had enough, and he had fun. And the thing about children, at least my child, I don't know about everybody else's child, but he will have just as much fun with a dinosaur from the dollar store as he has with all his Jurassic World dinosaurs. And you know, kids can be just appreciative to have a new gift, appreciative that that you did something for them. Sometimes I'll surprise my son with a gift, and he'll start crying. He'll say, "Mama, you got this for me." He's just so sweet. And so that's what I do as a God. My family, I definitely, teach my son he is a God, and that we can manifest whatever we want. And, I just kind of teach him about this. And when he gets old enough to understand, I'll teach him about the other parts of the holiday and why we don't want to partake in that. So for us, we call it, we be like, Happy Solstice, our solstice celebration. Sometimes we say Christmas because we know that's what people recognize. But yeah, so anyways, this video is getting long. I hope that helps. That's how I handle it. Don't let it stress you out. And in fact, any of these holidays, it's designed to get you stressed out. It's designed to get you worried. I gotta get a gift. Like, okay, so Valentine's Day is another holiday I was thinking about. And, I love Valentine's Day. Most of my life, I was single, so I didn't really get to celebrate it, right? And then, I got with my husband and we celebrated, but the past couple of years, he started working a lot, in this new position. And, and he, when he gets home, he's just wants to chill. This matrix, it's it's really like a slavery situation. Like you have to work to make to make it in this reality. And by the time he gets home, the thought of him stressing out to go find some flowers or some last minute stuff just to have it by a certain date and certain day, it doesn't make me happy that he has to, like, oh, he gets off work at a certain time. When he gets off work, he's tired, he just want to relax. And I remember one year I told him, he's just like, I gotta go do something after work. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, don't, just come home, I want to spend time with you, I miss you. And he'll tell me, I want to get something. And I'll say, look, I told him, I said, I don't want you stressing yourself out on the little time that you have. Don't, I tell him not to worry about all of that. You can take your time, get it when it's right. I don't care about if it's on the date. And, a lot of times with my husband, I'm so thankful because he gets me everything I ask for. And so I don't really have any complaints. And ever since I found the one with things like Valentine's Day, I just, I don't feel like I need to be validated. Like, you got to give me this. I got to have a box of chocolates and roses and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I felt like that before in the past, before I met him. Like, oh, if you're with somebody, they don't get you something. That's like incredible sin. But, he wants to get it, but I'll tell him not to. I'll tell him, I appreciate this stuff, but you ain't got to stress yourself out. Like, just because they say, oh, it's this day on Thursday and you got to get it by this day. And so it's more important to me that we spend time together. And like I said, I'm not. I get whatever I want. Like, if I want something, he works very hard to make sure I have it. And so I there's nothing that, like, it's hard for me to ask for a gift. When it comes to these holidays, if he says, "What do you want?" I'm like, it's hard to say because you really have given me everything I wanted, and I'm really happy about that. So you got to find yourself happy and content with these holidays. Celebrate them if they make you happy. It's one of the illusions here. I forgot to say that. Christmas, the holidays, it's all illusions a part of this reality. Okay, we're all partaking in illusions. We're gods in amnesia doing things. And so you pick and choose what illusions you want to be a part of. If the illusion is making you feel bad, you don't have to do it, or you don't have to do it the way everyone's saying they do it, and like getting to the point where you're confident in your relationship that you don't need, like, I rather him not be stressed out. I want him to be happy. Not worried about getting something by a certain time before the store closed and the store is crowded and he's already stressed out he's an empath, had a long day of work, probably dealt with people, and then to go into a store on a holiday and to pick up all this anxiety, frustrated energy. No, 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 no. It's just not worth it to me. It really isn't. Thank God that things can be delivered now. And okay, so this video is getting really long. I'm about to get off now. Thank you guys for watching. If you resonate with my channel, remember I have the email list. Sign up for it and have happy holidays.